So this is the third video of Project 12, and I would like to dedicate this one to my future self. Well, first off, I hope you're doing well. Hopefully you're alive, because if not, this would kind of be awkward. But most importantly, I hope you stayed close to your friends. Right now, I have really good friends, and my future self, it's your responsibility to keep them. So I hope you did that. You and I were not really the same person. I mean, you've gone through things that I haven't yet, so maybe we can't relate really well, but I'm gonna try and refresh your memory as to who I am. I'm gonna talk about how I feel right now and how I felt in the past couple of years. I'm gonna talk about the different things I like, what a normal day looks like for me, and at the end, my short-term future plans. I mean, only you can know if that happened, but yeah. I don't really like talking about this, but I'm depressed. I've been depressed for the past 3 years, I would say. And not a lot of people know this, probably just my two closest friends and my close family. But like even then, I barely mentioned it, so I don't even know if they still think that I am right now, or if they think it was just a phase. But I felt it was important to say it so that Project 12 is complete and it's not like missing pretty important information. I don't know how it is for other people, but for me, it goes kind of through phases. So I might feel bad like a month, and then like for a week, I might feel good, or it might even be day to day. It really depends. Not that long ago, for 2 straight months, I was actually excited for the future, and I felt happy. I really did, and that was like the longest period I felt happy in the past 3 years. So I really thought like, oh, like maybe I'm not depressed anymore. But unfortunately, it came back. Even though the low points are pretty hard, I would say the hardest are the worst days. Those happen, I would say, maybe once a month, maybe twice on really bad months. But those worst days they're just horrible. On those days, I fear for my life, honestly. With time though, I did find some ways to cope with them. Sometimes I'll just go to bed really early, like at 4 p.m. I'll just try to sleep because I just feel, I don't know how to explain it, but I just feel the urge to kill myself. Man, if some people feel like my worst days for like a month straight or even years, hats off to them, because I probably wouldn't be here if it was that bad every day. The rest is pretty bad, but those worst days, I mean, that's like, it's unexplainable. Luckily enough though, I do enjoy a lot of things, and I think that for me is definitely life-saving. Literally life-saving, I would say. And honestly, I can't blame the other people around me for not knowing how I feel, because for some weird reason, even though I might be feeling really bad, when I'm with other people, I just naturally smile and naturally act all happy and stuff. Maybe that's an unconscious way I cope with it. I kind of lighten the mood, and so it helps me not think about it. I don't know. Anyways, I'm not always this gloomy. I just felt like it was important to say that this is how I feel to Project 12, but let's just talk about things that I enjoy. So, it's cold as fuck. I think it's like minus 10 or something. I figured we'd change the scenery a little bit to lighten the mood, because we're gonna talk a bit about the stuff that I like.
photography and videography is definitely something that I enjoyed. I've always loved just filming stuff and editing videos, stuff like that. I'm not that good at it. I'm still learning. But we're heading right now to a spot that I did a photo shoot with my friend not too long ago. Oh damn! There used to be a kind of skate park here. They took it away. My hands right now are burning. I mean, altogether, there's just so much stuff that I like. Anime, for instance, is something that I love to watch. Fashion and jewelry, I'm really into it. And helping others, just being generous, is definitely something that brings value to my life. So music is also something that I absolutely love. I've been singing since like forever, but only started posting some stuff that I did like 1.5 years ago, 2 years maybe. Since then I've started playing guitar, piano, but I'm still really bad at piano. And man, the genres that I prefer, I mean, it's all over the place for real. Like in my playlist, I can have some Travis Scott, Don Toliver, followed by Shawn Mendes, Sam Smith, followed by some Nirvana, Machine Gun Kelly. It's just really all over the place. And it's the same thing for sports. I love so many different sports. The one that I practice the most is probably soccer, but I go to the gym, I run, I used to do triathlon, I go rock climbing, I go skiing in the winter, and honestly, the other sports that I don't practice as often, yo, hit me up if you want to play ice hockey, American football, tennis, golf. Man, I'm all for it. Another thing that I really enjoy that fucking COVID just stripped away is parties. Like, parties is literally a concentrated amount of joy in one night. Hopefully that will come back soon though, so fingers crossed. I'm really into investing and real estate. I'll talk a bit more about it in my future plans, the last section of the video, and even more in detail in future videos. But you know, all these stuff is really what at the end of the day keeps my mind off of the whole depression thing. And if I didn't like as many things as I do, I wouldn't be able to occupy my mind, and that would just be bad. So I'm really grateful that I like all these different things. Yeah, I mean, I'm making this video walking in a forest, so that's a little hint that I like outdoors and hiking. Especially in the summertime, I go in hikes with my friends. Alright, so let me find a spot where I can tell you kind of what a day looks like for me, or just things that I often do. So while I try to find a spot, I thought I was gonna talk about what I think is the most important thing that exists on our planet, and it's creativity. Now, if we take it to the extreme, of course, without creativity, basically no inventions would exist, right? It's through creativity that people, well, create stuff, create products, create art, and it's through creativity that people express themselves. Even someone who wears blue jeans, white shirt every day, well, that's his creative side. So in all the things that I enjoy, whether that be music, anime, investing, looking into businesses, the cool part about everything is the creative aspect of it. That's where I find enjoyment at the end of the day. this tree seems kind of lonely, so I guess I'm gonna give him company and talk about what a day looks like in my life. I'm just gonna start by saying what I do on a week-to-week basis. Every day I train. That's a must-do. I train usually between 1 hour or 2 hours. Either I go for a run. I can't right now because it's too cold, but I'll go to the gym. Right now it's closed, so I'll train at home. It's really not motivating to train at home, but it is what it is. I'm working on an EP right now. I've had this idea for a long time, but I've actually started working on it. So I try and make music at least a couple hours a week. Of course, I've got homework, but you'll see in my future plans that that probably won't be an issue for a long time. So we can scrap that out of my week. A big part of my time is work related. So right now I'm working a storage factory type space, $16 an hour, which is pretty decent. Especially for someone my age. I also invested in the stock market, so I look at companies, I look at the news, stuff like that. There's nothing extraordinary, but that's why I'm starting Project 12 now, because like I said, I'm gonna try and get into real estate and work harder on music and investing. So future myself, I hope those projects work and you're not homeless. But what is great about Project 12 is that if you are homeless and nothing worked out, well, Project 12 will have worked out, because the goal of this entire project is just to film the life of a human being. As long as I keep filming this and keep documenting, anything that happens is a win for Project 12. Isn't this cute? Me and my future self going down a trip on memory lane. I'm headed right now to what is potentially my last school exam, which is weird to say because none of my family know this. My friends kind of know, but I plan on quitting school. So we're gonna enter kind of the my future plans segment of this video. Right now I'm at CJEP, which is kind of pre-university. I do plan on quitting school this session. So I'm not just gonna quit school and be like, oh, now I don't have to go to school anymore. My life is a whole bunch better, yay. I do have a plan. So right now we're in December and I plan on getting my realtor license. So the classes would start in September next year. During the whole time where I wouldn't be doing anything, I would work full time, get some money on the side, and I'm gonna do my realtor classes to get my license. Not during the day, like night classes or like evening classes. Later classes, basically. And during the day, I would work not full time, a bit less. Once I get my license, I should have enough money to start my career and invest personally into real estate with the knowledge that I would get out of doing those classes. I'll have to announce this to my parents. That's gonna be a video. I don't know how my parents will react to this. I honestly don't know, because it's not like I'm quitting school without any plans, but at the same time they're really education centered. So on one side they're gonna be happy that I got a plan, because until now I had no clue what I was gonna do later. And at the same time they're gonna be pissed that I quit school. So the question is, which one of these emotions will stand out the most? Hopefully they don't kick me out the house. If they do, I mean, I'm sticking with it, man. Alright, here we are. My potentially last exam is in 20 minutes. COVID-19. Not on my fucking watch, bitch. It kind of turned out differently than I expected. At halfway through the exam, I'm looking at the questions and I'm like, man, half of them I can't even answer. I plan on quitting school. Like, why am I here? Halfway through, I just left. And I was like, honestly, if I'm gonna do this, I have to be 100% committed to it. I'm sorry, future self, if your life is trash. It's probably my fault.